taking her to a level where she earned the respect of following and accolades she deserves. Well, between her voice, her understanding of music and her songwriting skills, a formula that sets her apart from her peers and co-practitioners was born. Well, we're talking about Zonke Dikana, who recently released her third solo album titled Work of Heart. And just to keep you in the loop, the art is, the word heart is highlighted in red. Well, she's here to tell us more about the recording, the singer-songwriter herself. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning.
So
Thank
good
you
to
so
have
much
you.
for having me.
You know, we've been talking about this album. Zonke's album is coming, it's coming. I feel like we've been waiting for so long. When was that? When were you finally happy with the final product? Because what I hear, you're a perfectionist. You won't let it go until it's perfect.
Yeah, I still can't listen to my own stuff, because I hear all the things I could have done better.
Yeah.
You know, okay, you should have sustained there, you should have done that, you should have done that. So I guess that's being a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, with me, I never really say, okay, you know what, this is it. You know, I'll always find something that I'm unhappy with, and I should actually stop that, you know, and appreciate the point where I'm at and be thankful. You know, so I'm working on that.
Yeah.
So it was not easy to say these are the songs. So that's why when you recording an album and you want 10 songs, for instance, you have to do 20.
Yeah.
And then you can choose the best 10. You know, so it's a process, really.
Yeah.
And I hope one day I can just be okay with things that I do.
Let's talk about Work of Heart.
Yes.
What's the inspiration behind that title?
It's quite simple, really. I probably would have called all my albums Work of Heart, because everything I write, everything I do is art, straight from the heart. You know what I mean? It's real. It's my life story. It's like, you know, taking pages of my diary, you know. So hence the title, Work of Heart.
I mean, after the success of Ina Ethe, you know, were you under pressure to produce an equally, you know, I don't know, were you in a awkward position to say, okay, I need to top that?
I was in an awkward position, wanting to top myself, not competing with anybody, just to say, I want to prove to myself if I can. Yeah, there were people who were saying, okay, I wonder if you can do better than Ina Ethe. Yeah. And I wasn't stressing at that time until you know, we got closer to recording and releasing the album. So it was me testing me. Can you do better than Ina Ethe? And by the look of things, it seems I have done better than Ina Ethe.
And how is the growth reflected in Work of Heart?
I think my vocals, you know, very different from Ina Ethe. I think the way, you know, I sing, the way I approach each song, I hear the growth, and so do the people. My writing, you know, I find myself pushing myself more to just write, you know, international standards, you know, standard kind of music, kind of songs. And I think I've done that because recently I was approached by the Quincy Jones Productions. So that's the name of his company. And they love my stuff, and they want to work with me in terms of management and, you know, getting my stuff out there in the States and Dubai and, you know, all these places. So I see that this album really, really I've grown. I mean, I've produced the album as well, so I always do everything myself.
Yeah. Yes. Well, what does that say about you, you know, as the musician, if you want to do everything yourself?
It just says, I think music is such a personal thing. I think if you go and outsource music, that's fine, because you feel you're at that point, or maybe you can't write or you can't produce yet. You know, so it's good for you to go and outsource and get somebody who's a great writer and a great producer. But if you can do all those things, and you know, then you get the real me. You get my heart and soul, my entire existence. So I'm able to do those things, and I don't see why I shouldn't do it, because I know what I want. Nobody knows what I want better than me.
All right. So glad to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Zonke Dikana,
Thank you so much.
Singer and songwriter, here to promote her latest album titled Work of Heart. She performed one of the songs a little earlier on the program. She'll perform some more. We're going to test during the ad break. We know the keyboard is here, so we're going to see if we can't do that after the break. Let's take an ad break. Stay with us.